Coming back to this screen, one of the nice features about this is being able to turn a zone on or off as far as making it appear or disappear from the screen. This one's been configured for the 10 zone operation. And as you can see, we go down the list here. We have for each zone, zone 5 has a name that you can put in there and it's set for zone 5. And the visibility can be selected. Okay, we can pick visible or not visible. In this case, we want visible on 5. Go all the way down here to 12. 11 and 12 are set for non-visible, and they have no name in them. So we could call that 12, put that in there. We can make that visible. We could download it to the PLC, and we don't want to save that right now. And if we go over to the third JetFlex unit, you see we have 12 up there, and all the controls are available. Relatively simple to change and turn the zone on and off. And we have in here a commissioning setup. And we're going to save that. Return. Let's go back here, and you see it disappears. Okay, we'll go back here. We have a zone configuration. Each of the zones has the ability to be set up for Fahrenheit or centigrade, type J or K. And then we have other parameters. We have a total of 46 parameters in here. You can make it heat cool with water cooling or air cooling. You can do it heat only for a downstream zone. And there are a few other high set point, low set point, those type of parameters in there. And what we do here is we'll call it up. In this case here, we've already set up a bunch of default numbers. So if I go and pick zone 1, these are the numbers for zone 1. And in order to, for instance, if you had to change out a controller, you would just come up here to zone 1. Let's say it's the first module. You'd plug the module in. There are a couple of minor addressing procedures you have to do. Set a couple of switches on there. And then you come over here to this page, set up zone 1. So you select it up here, and you pick up the recipe for that one. And what we do is we save it to the PLC. So it's in the PLC's working space. And now we save it to the JetFlex, and that transfers all that data into the JetFlex. So it runs off the 46 parameters. You can see the progress bar at the bottom. It's giving you a message up top or right into JetFlex. And when it's done, it clears it, says you're ready. You can read it from the JetFlex. It'll go through the same parameter operation. Now what it's doing is writing it into the PLC. In order to see it up on the screen, if you suspect that something might be set wrong, you would upload it right now like you're doing into the PLC, and then we would upload it to the screen. And you can see exactly what was inside the JetFran unit. There's also a small module we can plug into the bottom of the JetFran units to individually go through the zones one at a time with a little handheld controller and set parameters with that. And let's return here. We don't want to bother saving it. The final screen is the night screen. We have the ability to manually select numbers. As you can see, these are numbers that were last stored in here. We can go ahead and hit night settings, and what it does is it forces all the zone temperatures to a preset number of 200. And let's look at zone 1 through 4, and you can see they're all set for 200 right now. If we go back here, go into that screen, we could set it up so that this will automatically switch the numbers over to the previous numbers. These numbers in the right column were previous numbers that were in there. So if we go to this auto setup, we could pick the month, the date, the hour, and the minute. This has a resolution to 5 minutes. And we go ahead and we hit the auto start. It goes into a timing mode. And you'll see the night timing message flashing up here. When the timer times out, and you could do this, say, on any evening, if you're not running a night shift, set it up, and it'll come on. You can set it to come on 15 minutes, a half hour before the operator starts in the morning. When he gets in, it'll be warmed up at the right temperatures, and he's ready to go. So I could turn it off if I want to that way. and then return. You can also manually get there by just toggling those buttons. The data goes back and forth. And that's it. It's a relatively simple system, both to install, commission, and the operator will love it. It's very simple, easy to operate. It's so simple, I tend to think it's like plugging in a toaster, basically. It's a very simple electrician task. You won't need a laptop to install and commission it. It's just a matter of mounting and wiring, and everything's done with wires that are numbered and schematics. So the operator has everything he needs. The electrician, he'll have everything he needs to complete the task at hand in a relatively simple fashion. The PLC has 3 ports up top. Just wanted to touch base on this one here. These 3 ports are available. You can take one of the ports and plug it into your plant intranet. When you do that, it allows for remote access. We can get in and do diagnostics. If you eventually decide to do motor control, which we can do by adding modules to this, it's a relatively simple task. We could do all this stuff online. We could do all the configuration and programming online. If you're located somewhere on the other side of the world from us, no problem. China, India, we just get online on the internet. You give us a VPN connection or a client connection, we can get in there and we can do a full diagnostics on the system. We offer you 3 years of free diagnostics for these systems. So there's a lot of support available. The PLCs in this case here is a Siemens, but we do offer it with other brands of PLCs. It really depends on what you require in your plant. Our phone number is in our website, and you can get it there. Our website is www.oemdesignservices.com, or send an email to sales@oemdesignservices.com, and we'd be glad to help you out in speccing out a system. Thank you for your time.